Guys, welcome to another endgame lesson, and we continue looking at pawn endings. And the first position you see on the board, we have double pawns, and in those types of positions, let's say we had our pawns on a file, it would actually be a draw. Doesn't matter how many pawns we'll have, even like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, it is still a draw. In this position it's knight's pawn, and basically the main tactic here is to use the more advanced pawn here to basically waste a move. So king c3, king c7, king d4, king b6, king c4, protecting the pawn, not giving it up. King c7, king c5, king b7, b6, and after king a6, we're not going for king c6, and looks like we're going to promote, but it's actually a draw, so we should not go for it. Instead, we push our pawn to b7, and after basically king a7, king c6, we're winning the game. So king b7 takes, and now king b5, we maintain the opposition, and now wherever this king moves, white are winning. So let's say basically king c8, king c6, king b8, king b6, king a8, king c7, king a7, b5, this, and now instead of going basically for b6, which will be a stalemate, we're just wasting a move. We play this, king b8, king a6, king a8, b6, king b8, b7, and now we'll promote the pawn and we'll win the game. The following position is actually quite interesting. Here again, white are completely winning, but it's very important that those two pawns, can actually protect each other, and the king cannot eat any of them. So in the starting position, white play h5. Now, if king f4 is played, of course, this pawn is going to be promoted. So black play king f6, and now we're not playing h6, because h6 would actually result in king g6, and black will be able to take a draw. Because this king is only one, we actually want to move it as close as possible. King g7 trying to get to h6, but now we go f5, and after king h6 or king f6, we'll move one of these pawns. So in the game, black played king h6, and after f6, again, slowly but surely we'll bring our king basically to e5 or j6 and promote f6 pawn. Again, king h5, f7, and if king h7, again, go up, king j8, we go h6, and now the idea is basically king f7, h7 promotes, and if king h7, f7, and white win the game. And now the pawn is separated by two files. And again, guys, you gotta, learn those endgames. It's very important. So here it's black's turn. And however, there is not a single square on the whole board from which the white king fails to support the pawns on time. So the point here is that basically this king is too far. And, here white are still winning. Two pawns. The main problem is, black might be able to take it, let's say king d5, a5, and now king c6. The idea is, let's say white just waste a move, do something like this, king b5, and now back, let's say, and now it's actually a draw, because basically this king gets here, and black have no troubles, or maybe even here, and make a draw. So in the starting position, a5, king c6, and now we bring our king. After king d5, king f3, again, advancing the king, king a5, king f4, king b6, king d5, king c7, and now king e6. And after king d8, king d6, we take that position and win the game, because this pawn will simply promote. The next position is a very important one, that's all about key squares. And basically what I'm referring to are this very crucial squares. So in the starting position, white play king g3, king b7, king f4, king c7, king f5, and unfortunately, white are able to tackle the black's king out of the way and actually take this b6 pawn. So what happens on the board? King d7, king d5, king c7. Again, if king s7, of course, king walks this way to c6, takes on b6, this, and promotes. King c7, king e6, and now, shoulder technique, basically out tackling, like in football, boom, 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 and it's over. King a8, king b6, and again, very easy win, because b6, king b8, b7, and white wins the game. And that's the most important position of this episode, the one you see on your thumbnail. Basically, that's all about key squares, so it's white to move and win. So, and what if I tell you that basically this move wins, but this move actually loses? What will you say? So the point here is that after king d6 move, it's very important you learn this position exactly, because that's sometimes where beginners actually mess up and lose games. Here, you know, black actually protect this pawn on e6, and unfortunately for white, they have to make a move and give up this crucial pawn on e5, and they will end up, of course, losing the game. So in the starting position, we actually attack e6 pawn from this side, and you'll say, what's the difference? King f5, take the pawn. But now the point is that king d6, and in this position it's black to move. So in the following position it was white to move, but in this position it is black to move, and unfortunately for black pieces, they have to sacrifice this pawn, and they will end up losing the game because they have no way to stop this pawn from promoting, and white wins the game. Again, very quick lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. I'll see you in the next one, where we will continue with some pawn endgames. Bye bye.